Hello students, and welcome to your next block for STEAM Day. In this block we will be designing a tiny house. We will show you an example of something that you can do, giving you certain stipulations and design ideas, but at the end of the day, the purpose of this lesson is to design a tiny house. There are a couple of things that you'll need to have in your tiny house. They are listed on this screen. You'll need a kitchen space, a living space to watch TV, a place to sleep, a bathroom with a shower and a toilet, 18 total square feet of countertop space. It's important to know that the countertops need to be 18 inches deep, space for a washer and a dryer unit, and we have our dimensions labeled here. We'll come back to that later. Also, we will need closet space. So the very first thing that you need to do today is think about what your base model will be for your tiny house. Option 1 is essentially a shipping container that is 20 feet long and 8 feet wide, and we have an example of it here. Option 2 is essentially a trailer that will get attached to a pickup truck. You'll notice it here. This model is 26 feet long and 8 feet wide. The last option is a stationary house, and the dimensions of the stationary house are 8 feet long and 8 feet wide.
40 feet long?
Excuse me, 40 feet long and 8 feet wide. Thank you.
So what we'd like you to do right now is look at the three options, write down the three different sizes, and take 1 minute to talk with your teammates about which option you would like to choose for your tiny house.
Teachers, go ahead and pause the video now, leaving this screen up, giving students some time to think. Okay, so now that you have your model kind of thought out and what kind of tiny house you want, we just wanted to revisit the things that you absolutely need to have. Again, a kitchen, place to watch TV, a place to sleep, bathroom, the countertop space, space for a washer or dryer unit, and again, at least one closet that is 2 feet by 2 feet.
You need to decide the scale you want to use on your graph paper. In a minute, we'll show you our beginning, and we used a scale of 1 foot to one side of a block on the graph paper. So you need to decide about how you want to draw your tiny house on your graph paper. Figure out where the front door is going to be.
So again, teachers, go ahead and pause it here. Let students figure out what their scale will be and go ahead and draw it on their graph paper now.
We decided to use the 8 foot by 40 foot house. We wanted the biggest tiny house. And this was our original drawing on the graph paper. You can see we used 1 block for 1 foot. Kind of a long, skinny house this way. But we put the front door in the lower left-hand corner. You can sort of see it there. And we'll show you the space that the door takes up when you open it. We had to include that as well. So draw out your living space or your tiny house on your graph paper if you haven't done so already.
So now that you've drawn your tiny house, and at least have the outline of it, here you'll see the dimensions of some kitchen appliances that you'll need to include. Obviously, you only need 1 refrigerator. You won't need 2 of each. But just wanted to give you some ideas of the size of certain things, so you can maybe start thinking about where certain appliances will go and really start thinking about the design of your house. The next slide will show you what we were thinking for ours. But again, teachers, you have paper printouts of this. Please make sure that students have these papers, or at least have access to them, so they can start thinking about their design even further.
So here's the design we used for our kitchen area. It's in the middle of the house. You can see we have the stove and the fridge on either side of some working counter space. And opposite those, we have the sink where we would wash the dishes, and the dishwasher next to the sink. And we haven't decided where to put our washer and dryer yet, but the door you can see is a door into the bathroom.
So after we decided kind of where our kitchen was going to be, the next thing we did was thought about where our living space will be. You'll notice here we've given you dimensions for living room options for a chair, a couch, a plant. You'll also see the bed dimensions on the bottom. Your bedroom and living area don't have to be in the same space, but they certainly can be if you want it to.
This is our living room. You can see it's right next to the front door. We drew a little arc to show the space the door takes up when you open the front door. And when you open the door and walk in, you're in the living room. We did put the couch across from the flat screen TV. We figured it wouldn't take up much room being on the wall there. And we have a dog bed next to the TV. We may have to move that and put the washer and dryer there, but this is our living room.
Okay, so the next thing you want to start thinking about is where your bathroom will be and where your bedroom will be as well. You've got these dimensions again for different appliances and different furniture options. Teachers, again, please make sure that students have access to this paper to allow them to start or to continue their design throughout their house so they can start thinking about their bathroom and bedroom options.
We put our bedroom on the other end. Both of our wives have said they much prefer a queen bed, so we went with the bigger bed, and that takes up a lot of room, but if that's what you need to have, that's what you need to have. You can see that we have a wall between the kitchen area and the bedroom area, and there is a closet in there with the bedroom, and the bathroom is between the bedroom and the kitchen area.
Okay, so again, we wanted to bring this up, things that you absolutely have to have in your design. Third time that you're seeing it today: kitchen space, living area space, place to sleep, a bathroom, and then certain stipulations for your countertop space. Again, don't forget, you absolutely have to include a closet. Our closet was in the bedroom. Yours doesn't have to be. Ours was. And then don't forget, you do need your washer and dryer space, and the dimensions are again included here. We still need to figure out where our washer and dryer unit will go.
So here's our whole design. From the left, you come in the front door and there's the living room. You walk through the living room into the kitchen area. There's a small hallway leading off the kitchen area going back to the bedroom or to the bathroom before you get to the bedroom.
Okay, so students, now it's your time to start your design. You have an outline on your graph paper already of the outline of your model house, but now you need to think about, okay, where will your kitchen go, your living area, your bathroom, where are you going to sleep? Don't forget, you need to include the location of your appliances. You need to label them, and also your furniture selection should also be labeled. Don't forget, your scale that you put your appliances to is the same scale that you used for the layout for the outline of your house. Don't forget, for ours, 1 foot was equal to one side of a box on the graph paper. That's what we decided to use. And so that was also the scale that we used when including our appliances and our furniture options.
The construction paper is so you may cut out the size and shape of your furniture or appliances and move them around inside of your tiny house on the graph paper to see where they would fit best, where you would like them to be. And then you also have cardstock if you get to the point where you want to build 3D images of your furniture or your appliances. So start with the construction paper and cut that out to the right size and see how they'll fit inside your tiny house. And when you're ready, draw the lines to show where everything will go.
Don't forget, it's okay to use fun or different designs. You can have a folding table or a loft for a bed or things like that. Go ahead, get creative as you want, as creative as you can be, and hopefully you'll enjoy kind of creating a tiny house and some of the challenges that come when designing not just a regular house, but the particular challenges of coming up with a tiny house design.